Hello and welcome to today's story time. Because we're going to be talking about seasons for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to start off by singing the season song that I taught my class today. It's about the 4 seasons, so hold up your 4 fingers, and they are summer, autumn, winter and spring. At the moment we're in autumn, and if you look outside you might see some leaves falling off the trees. So this is how the song goes. There are 4 seasons in a year. There are 4 seasons in a year. Summer, autumn, winter, spring. They go round just like a ring. There are 4 seasons in a year. In the summer the trees grow tall. In the autumn leaves start to fall. In the winter it can snow. In the spring buds start to grow. There are 4 seasons in a year. Lovely. Today's story is called Brave Little Deer, and I wonder what season this is in. It looks like it could be springtime. Some beautiful butterflies around. Brave Little Deer. Deer woke up to a bright summer morning. The sun was shining and butterflies were playing chase through the woods. I'd like someone to play with too, thought Deer. So she set off to find her friend Beaver. Beaver was busy building a dam and a new lodge down at the river. Would you like to come and play? Asked Deer. I'm sorry, replied Beaver, but I want to get this finished quickly. Oh, I'll help you, said Deer. Then we'll be able to play together. And she tiptoed into the river. Very soon the water was halfway up her legs. Oh, Beaver, sighed Deer. I'm sorry, but I'm not brave enough to wade across the river. I think I'd better go and see if Bear can play instead. Well, be careful, Beaver told her. I've heard there's a wolf prowling around the woods. How scary, said Deer. Deer soon found Bear. He was hunting for honey. Would you like to come and play? Asked Deer. I'm sorry, replied Bear, but I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm really hungry. Help me collect this honey, and then I'll be able to play with you. Oh, Bear, sighed Deer. I wish I could. But those buzzing bees scare me. I'm not as brave as you. Well, you'd better watch out then, Bear told her, because I've heard there's a wolf about. Oh, that's really frightening, said Deer. Deer set off through the woods. I'm such a silly deer, she thought. If only I could be as brave as Beaver and Bear, I would have someone to play with. Suddenly, Deer heard a cry. Help! Help! Called a frightened voice. Deer started to run. Come on, Deer called as she passed Bear. Someone's in trouble. Oh, sorry, said Bear, but it might be that wolf, and I'm scared of wolves. Oh, me too, added Beaver, and he jumped into the river to dive down under his dam. Deer rushed through the woods towards the cry. In a clearing stood Rabbit, shivering as the wolf crept towards him, snarling and baring his teeth. Deer didn't stop to think. She leapt between the wolf and the rabbit. As she did so, her hooves hit the hollow log. Boom! The sound echoed right through the wood. So there's her hooves, and they're hitting on this log, and because there's nothing inside that log, it made a really loud boom noise. The wolf was looking at Rabbit. He didn't see what made the noise, but it scared him all right. Now he didn't stop to think. He turned on his heels and he fled, which means he ran away. smiled Rabbit. "You were so brave." "Was I?" asked Deer, surprised. "Do you mean that?" "I don't think I'm very brave at all." "Oh, but you are," insisted Rabbit. "I don't know anyone else in the woods who would have been brave enough to do what you just did." "Nor do I," said Beaver, running towards them from the river. "I was really scared." "So was I," added Bear, coming out from his hiding place. "I couldn't have done that." "Oh, thank you," said Deer shyly. "I don't suppose you have any time to play now, do you?" "Of course we do," said Rabbit and Beaver and Bear together. "We would love to play with a brave little deer like you." And there they go off playing. The end. Wasn't that a lovely story? Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week filled with lots and lots of playing.